our next segment of the show. I have Mr. Micah Dobbins. He's the author and CEO of True Light Media, LLC. Micah, welcome to Stay and Watch the Show. How's everything today?
Everything's great. Everything's great.
Good. Where are you from? Because I know you're from somewhere.
Yes. Well, I've come here before. I was
That's
a
what I
musician.
thought. That's what I know this guy. Yes, I know this guy from somewhere. So you're author, and you didn't tell me that when you were playing music now.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I didn't have a book then.
You didn't have a book then. Okay, well, good. Well, welcome back again.
Thank you.
What's your hometown?
Hometown? Well, I consider Atlanta, Georgia my home.
Were you born here in Atlanta?
No, sir. Military brat.
Okay, so you're all over the place.
Was born in Fort McClellan, Alabama.
Oh, I know exactly what it is. That's down the street near Anderson, I think it is.
Yes, sir.
That's right. Okay. Now, you're the author and CEO of True Light Media.
Yes, sir.
This is your first book as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is your first book. Tell us a little bit about the book.
All right. The book is called From Blaze to Glory.
From Blaze to Glory?
Yes, sir.
What's your inspiration for that?
It's my testimony.
Your personal testimony?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right.
Testimony.
Tell me about that.
Well, it started out when I came to Atlanta. I was involved in hip-hop, and I was a battle rapper.
And what's a battle rapper? Because I got kids, but they ain't telling what battle rappers are. What does that mean?
Battle rapper basically is when you grab a microphone, you go
go battle against each other.
Right.
Opponent, and we're trying to down each other and talk. Okay, your turn. Okay, gotcha.
And
I don't see that in movies. I know they did that for real. Okay.
Oh yeah, I was started in high school,
Okay.
and I did pretty well with it. I was Atlanta's Blaze Battle Champion.
Really?
And got to be featured on television doing it, and eventually I was going to go on tour, and that's when God spoke to me and told me that He had other plans. So I
come out of that battle rap.
Oh yeah, yeah. He said, "Let me worry about Carefree," and I left that alone.
Really?
And, I started preaching the gospel.
Really?
Months afterwards, yes, sir.
How long you been preaching now?
Now since 2001, it's been 15 years.
15 years. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's a testimony within itself.
Amen.
Okay, so you came out of the battle and the gangster rap and came into the ministry. You've been preaching 15 years. What is your message that you can give the young people? I'm sure that you have a message and a testimony, because our young people, I mean, they really need some help now.
Oh yeah, I agree. The message I have for the young people is no matter what you do, no matter how far you think you've gone, God is still able to redeem and change you. You know, you have to be willing to make those right decisions and make better choices. You know, you got to be careful about the influences and the people that you hang around.
Sure.
So that's been the main message that I'm pushing. Is just that the power of change is possible.
Excellent.
And that you can do all things through Christ if you just trust Him.
Strengthening. Okay. So the Blaze of Glory, your first book. How long did it take you to write this?
I actually started in 2001 and kept losing it.
Kept losing it.
Kept losing
so
copies.
were you putting it down in writing, or you actually on the computer typing? What were you doing?
Originally, I was writing, and I started maybe 2-3 years ago. Really seriously, the Lord reminded me, like, it's time for you to finish this book. I said, okay.
So how long did it take you?
It took me probably, I want to say, maybe a year and a half when I started typing and really getting down to business.
So when you really got down to business. You know, people say all the time, and I even say it when I'm talking to young people, is that rap is the only new art form that's been created since rock and roll. But we've taken rap to a different level. Talk a little about the negative impacts rap have on our community and society.
Well, part of it is the same people say where art imitates life, but life also imitates art. So I like to remind people that when you're listening to the music, there's always a message and a method behind the production. It's not just by chance, and whether it's disrespecting women, whether it's discussing rape culture or violence or fighting, each of these things are covered. You have young, impressionable minds listening to this stuff.
Young people.
And they memorize it.
Yeah, they memorize it. Yeah, young people is young as 3 and 4, remember some of the raps, at least listening to the lyrics.
That's right.
Make it work. But what do you think that we need to do in our culture with our radio stations and television to help with the advantages that TV has given more than radio to rap?
Right. Well, I think
because remember back in the day there was no MTV before Michael Jackson got.
That's right.
So how has TV influenced it, and how can we help change some of that?
Well, part of it is if people would give a counter message that's positive. That would definitely be a start there. I think a lot of times they try to sell a dream to these young people as if this is their life. The children don't realize that the cars are rented, the clothes are rented, the record labels have given you a budget, you got to pay back with interest. Right, and they really believe these guys are shooting at police officers and running in the streets, and then they go home with their wife and kids at night. But if our kids do it, they go to jail because it's a real situation when they do it. And I think that's part of the problem is holding or pulling those artists to tasks. And first and foremost for me is always seeking God first through everything. That will always bring about a positive message.
How do we transform the message that the rappers doing? Do we have a responsibility in the school, or does the church have to take a larger role?
I believe it starts with the church. I believe that a lot of our movements and advances have always been through the church first. So I think that the leaders, the church, we have to walk in integrity to draw people to us, to be able to be those type of leaders that can speak and get the right response from them. I believe the schools and the homes will follow suit. If we have more
church stars.
Exactly. Yes, sir. More churches involved.
Okay. What has been your experiences dealing with churches? Oftentimes, if you're not a minister at that particular church and you want to come by and say hello to the youth group, I mean, how have you been accepted, or have you been accepted in these churches?
It's been mixed emotions.
I knew the answer to that. I was just wanting to see what you were going to say. But
yes, sir.
Tell me about that.
Some
ministers say, come on in.
Yep, some say, come on in, and they're excited. Some are like, whoa, wait a minute now. What are you going to,
I'm going to tell my young folks.
And a lot of times it's my past that I think that they're struggling with, because I used to be a battle rapper, and I used to run the streets with a robber crew. So when you're coming from that perspective and telling them, well, hey, I've been to jail, I understand how the system works, and I want to impart wisdom on these children to prevent this. Some of them may feel threatened or intimidated, but I have had a warm reception from a lot. They have allowed me to come in.
All right. Well, that's great. You got a great story, and you have a ministry, you have a church location.
Yes, sir.
Tell us where that is.
Okay, I'm at the Church of God Mission in Jonesboro, Georgia, and free to welcome anytime. Give the address, I can.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yes.
The address is on 748 Veterans Parkway in Jonesboro, Georgia, 30238. And you can also visit my website for any information. It's FromBlazeToGlory.com.
Excellent. Now, where can we get the book? The book looks awesome. Put the book up again, if you don't mind, and then tell us where we can get the book. Okay, you can get the book on Amazon. You can also buy it on Barnes & Noble's website. You can also get it from our website, www.FromBlazeToGlory.com. It's on sale there as well. All right. Now, are you still doing any music? Yes, sir. I'm a songwriter also. It's a different kind of music, but I mean, tell them about the music you're doing now. My wife and I, we have founded Songs of Praise Recordings. Okay. And we've done 5 independent albums. That's what brought me to the show originally. She was a vocalist. And I continue to play guitar and write for artists. So always looking to create songs and things positive. Good, Micah. I'm glad. Well, let's get you and the wife back one day so you guys can minister on the show here and make sure it works. That'll be awesome. Excellent, man. Good to see you again. All right, good to see you. Now, is there a phone number someone you want to reach out to you about your book and speaking? Can you give them that phone number there? Got the website, but make sure you give them a phone number. Yes. They can call me at 77. Right here. Right. Oh, sorry. Yes, you can call me at 770-703-6993. Excellent. Great. Thank you for coming by to Stay and Watch the show. All right, thank you. We'll try to keep you in our I will keep you in my prayers. Amen. So you continue to go forward with our young people, make sure we make a difference and change our community. All right. Thank you so very much. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Stay and Watch the show. I hope that you're enjoying the show. Samantha will be back next week, and I'll be right back as well. Thank you.